Welcome back, Bakucrew and Brawlers, to another Bakugan Geogan Rising unboxing. I'm BakuBrad96, and today we will not be unboxing Aqua's Spearfin, even though it's still there for decor. We will actually be unboxing this Haos Hyenix, but not to worry, I promise the Spearfin is coming soon. I just felt like keeping it around a while. And since we did unbox the Titan King yesterday, I thought it fitting to go ahead and unbox the last Geogan I have. But yeah, so really excited about this because I don't have many Haos Geogan at all. This is from the same wave as the Diamond Montrapod, the Arliss Mutasect, the Darkest Stingzer, which I never found. I'm gonna go ahead and pretend that doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned, because I never found it in store or online, like anywhere. I just could not get my hands on it. Aquos Bobadrill, Ventus Insectra, and Pyrus Amfrog. But I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be so negative. I might find Darkest Stingzer in the future, but I don't know. That thing seems rarer than the Haos Skyhorse because I just cannot find it. Another fun little thing, I guess, is when I bought this, I don't know how I didn't notice, but the packaging is actually pretty crushed. So, no spoilers, I haven't opened it, obviously. I'm hoping this Hyenix isn't damaged or broke at all. But before we go ahead and get into that unboxing, I want to let the Bakucrew know that this video will be just like yesterday's. I will have a deck profile for the Haos Hyenix after the unboxing, so stick around if you want to check that out. If not, I understand, that's completely fine too. One more thing, however, I do want to give a shout out to a Bakucrew member, that being Drae the Shiny Rayquaza. He is a new BakuTuber just like myself, so go ahead, if you like my channel, you'll definitely like his. Show him some love, go check him out, see some of his videos. Definitely worth your time because the Bakugan community definitely deserves to all back each other, and that's what it's all about, at least on my channel. Because I'm not looking to compete, I want to promote everyone, just like all of you are promoting and supporting me. That's just really huge, so I'm just going to keep the good vibes going. And that being said, if you would like a shout out for your own Bakugan channel and you are a Bakucrew member of mine, just comment down below and I'd be happy to give shout outs to the crew, because why not? Like I'm saying, it's all fine with me, and I think that's actually an awesome idea anyway. So yeah, first of many shout outs, I hope. Going forward though, let's go ahead, rip this bad boy out of the packaging off camera so I don't waste time and get right into today's content. I was really worried about that Geogan being damaged because the package was so crushed, but good news! No damage at all. Unless you want to count like a light spot on the tail, it looks like the plastic's been warped, but I don't even know if I can get it to show up very well, not so much. But anyway, kind of dodged a bullet on that one. I am thankful there is no damage. So let's go ahead and take a look at all it came with. I did already yeet all the garbage, so no one has to deal with the repetitive yeets on camera. But here's the gate card included. It is one we already have a bunch of. So yeah, just put that to the side. That being said though, the gate card wall and the gate card table are about complete. So just a few more gate cards and I think the entire studio could be nothing but like decorated in Bakugan gate cards. After that though, it does come with a Baku action card, the Silk Bolt Barrier, 5 energy for plus 900 B power, and you get to scan. I have seen this card quite a bit, and I actually think this is my 4th copy. Comes with a lot of Haos Bakugan and Geogan, but it's not that bad of a card, The scannability is pretty nice, and 900 B power for 5 energy isn't awful. However, here is the Haos Hyenix Geogan card, of course. So for 3 energy, you're going to get a B power of 1800 with 1 damage and Victor Team Attack. So I like the built-in Victor Team Attack ability. That is huge. The 1800 for 3 is really nice. This leans towards more of a B power strategy than a damage strategy, and I'm perfectly okay with that because I know exactly how to build the deck profile coming up. Really nice, and 3 energy cost is pretty solid too. Unfortunately, the Geogan don't come with any Baku core, but we can go ahead and take a look at the figure itself. There, of course, is the B power of 1800. Looks like some really crisp line work on the painting with that light sky blue. Then all the translucent plastic's very nice. Even the neck is detail painted. So to close this bad boy up, I do believe you, okay, so it does have some manual arms I better close first. You fold them in like that. And then the feet, head, arms, and I think the tail just kind of wraps in, and there we are. So that is the, well, nope, I thought it was all folded up, but I was wrong. Getting trolled by a Geogan on camera. Ain't nothing like that. Okay, so there we go. There is Haos Hyenix kind of folded up. It doesn't want to fold up, but there we go. Like I said, that package was a little damaged, so that might be a little problem there, but it is closed up for now. And that'll do it for today's unboxing. It is safe to say I was surprised with Haos Hyenix stats as a Geogan. It was definitely set up for a B-powered deck build, and that is what I did. Going forward, I did use the newly unboxed Haos Krakenoid. I am back to Haos Pinsittar Ultra, unfortunately, but I am using Haos Sharktar Core, which, due to its competitive lack of viability, I guess you could say, I haven't used it. But I decided to wing it and try it out in this deck profile because this will be the third version, or the V3 of Mono Haos on the channel, and again, I do want to try to keep things as different as possible. Now let's go ahead and get right into it, starting with the team lineup. Alright, so of course, we are using Haos Krakenoid, Helix and Green Fist Core, B power of 400 with a damage of 6, and if it lands on a Helix score, you're going to get plus 300 B power. Here is the Haos Krakenoid. Probably one of my favorite designs so far of Geogan Rising. I know it's almost over, but there might be a few, cosplay cubos or here and there sets. I can be hopeful, right? Moving along, there is, of course, Pinsittar Ultra, Magic Shield and an Orange Shield Core, B power of 700 with 3 damage. So better B power, but less damage is always the choices you have to make in this game. It's like, what'll it be, B power or damage? Sometimes there are Bakugan that are vanilla across the board, but not always. Finally, of course, being the Haos Sharktar, it is a double orange core with a B power of 200 and 6 damage. So the 6 damage is really nice, and that was the whole concept behind this deck. It's just that 200 B power is so lacking. I've been afraid to use this Bakugan in any kind of build. Almost every other Bakugan I know of in Geogan Rising goes right above this Sharktar, and that is a problem. But again, this is a B power build. Almost all the cards in the deck help us with B power, help us to get above the opponent. So I'm hoping this actually works out in theory. And here, of course, is Haos Sharktar. So the core lineup, it is what it is. With 3 orange shields, there's not a lot you can do. But so we can get the maximum benefit from our Haos Krakenoid, I do have the plus 600 B power, minus 3 damage Helix, just because that'll be 900 B power total on Krakenoid, and you're only taking 3 damage away from 6, so he can eat that minus and get a huge B power buff. For the Green Fist Core, though, we are playing it safe with the plus 150 B power and plus 2 damage. Following that, again, another safe play, the plus 650 B power Blue Shield, and 3 plus 300 Orange Shields. The argument could be made to use the Haos and Ventus Bakugan get plus 400 B power. That is better. That would give your Sharktar, well, it gives all of your Bakugan more. You have access to 100 more B power, but for that 100 B power, you are taking the risk of helping any opponent using Ventus. So that is why I usually don't use those unless my deck has both factions. Otherwise, I'm just going to play it safe and use the plus 300 B power. But the plus 400 is an option if you want to go that route. For the Geogan, I am keeping it 3 and 3 for now, just so things are simple. I am back to the 1 energy cost Mutasect, B power of 800 with 6 damage, and if it lands on a Green Fist, you do get plus 3 Frost Strike. This deck's not worried about the Frost Strike, although your 1 energy cost cards do accumulate it. You're mainly worried about the B power. And I added it because as an early turn 1 play, potentially, 800 B power is better than the 200 on Sharktar, so that was something I considered when building the deck. And here we have Mutasect. After that, I decided to use the Haos Hyenix, 2 energy for a B power of 900, 6 damage again, so that 6 damage is really prevalent in this deck. But Victor, so if it wins the brawl, you do get to draw 2 cards. Kind of helps us weed through the deck, get some stuff we need. Otherwise, again, 900 for 2 energy is just a quick Geogan to play early game. Even though the B power is not that high, again, we're just hoping that this, along with our deck and the Bakucrew, will kind of help even everything out. Finally, though, we do have the new boy, that being the Haos Hyenix. So cool. 3 energy for a B power of 1800, 1 damage, and then the Victor team attack. So he could set off a team attack, which is really nice, being the 3rd Bakugan opened or winning the brawl. And yeah, 1800 for 3, I like that. It's not the best, but it's definitely worth noting. And the 1 damage we're not really worried about because, again, B power strats. We can ping in with damage all day long. As long as we win the brawl, that's what's important. So we'll go ahead and I'll pop out here is Arachnia. And then the new one to the team, of course, being the Hyenix, which does have some manual arms we will fold out right quick. And there we go. So that is the 3rd version of the Haos team. Now, what I'm using for the deck. Starting off, I am using 3 Crushing Shadows, 1 energy for plus 200 B power and plus 1 Frost Strike, 1 for 200 B power. This one's really good. We want to see that as much as possible. 3 Electric Cow to kind of help with the low end of the damage in this deck, 1 energy for plus 2 damage and Frost Strike. Like I said, our low cost cards do accumulate Frost Strike, but not a big deal. We're focused on the B power. That is what this deck is for. And to help with that, I do have 3 Super Shot, so 1 energy for plus 300 B power. And kind of throw back to Battle Planet, right, with Gortheon there. It is a Battle Planet card. But 1 for 300 on turn 2, play that with the Crushing Shadows, so you get 2 for 5. Not bad, and that's what this deck wants to do. You just stack your plays. So I do have Flash Attack as kind of a filler. My card pool is limited. So 2 of these, 2 energy for plus 5 damage. I swear I hope I find more cards one day so these deck profiles can get more interesting, but I am keeping everything as unique as possible. 2 Light's Courage, 2 energy for plus 400 B power, and then Domination. If your Bakugan hold the most Bakucores, you get plus 800 B power instead. I am using the Consort and the Drum Wave, so this could potentially go off for that 800, which is huge, paired with Sharktar, because that gets you to 1,000, plus whatever cores it picks up, and that's what we want to see, because Sharktar, bless its heart, is just so low. After that is 3 Scarf Strike, 2 energy for plus 500 B power. 2 Consort, 3 energy to attach a Bakugan from the field to an open Bakugan. Here's a new card, and even though I don't get to use the full extent of it, it is pretty decent. So I have 3 Energy Funnel, 3 energy for plus 600 B power, and if you play it on a Fusion Bakugan, you do get to reroll. I do not use Fusion or Battle Planet Bakugan in my Geogan Rising deck profiles, as I'm just trying to keep everything current. But going into evolutions, I don't know, I might mix and swap the Bakugan years between Battle Planet, Armored Alliance, and Geogan Rising, but for now, just sticking to Geogan Rising Bakugan, so this is just a 3 for 600. More filler cards, I have the 3, 4 plus 6 damage pair. Of course, Sonic Aura being 3 for 6 and you get to scan. And Righteous Strike being 3 for 6 and you get to draw one. With Trifecta, if your Bakugan have 3 or more Bakucores attached to them, you can return it to your hand. The damage does come up, 6 on top of Bakugan that already have 6 damage is pretty nice. So, besides being filler cards, I guess it does round out the strategy. It helps with your damage plays. But I did want this deck to be focused on B-Power. Here is the 3 Drum Wave, 4 energy to attach a Bakucore from the field to an open Bakugan, and then Domination. If your Bakugan are holding the most Bakukores, that Bakugan gets +3 Frost Strike. After that, the final Baku action card, other than the flips of the deck, is Fast Fusion Ray. So for a whopping 5 energy, you get +1000 B power. If you energize it from your hand, you can pay 2 to draw a card. I doubt that's going to come up, but you really just have it in here for the 5 for 1000, or at least I do. Just for a late game drop that could kind of seal out the game, or at least that's the hope, to seal out the game. 1000 on top of a Hyenix for 2800 plus whatever core it picks up is a nice play, and that was the idea. But to finish up this deck profile, I do have kind of a nice flip package. I run Dazzle, 0 energy to block a Bakugan holding a Helix. 2 Confuse, seems like I run it every time I have Haos. 1 energy to block a Bakugan holding a Flaming Fist and a Magic Shield. I have 2 of those. 2 Halt Outsiders because we're hating on anyone not running Haos. 3 energy to block a non-Haos Bakugan. And then Stand Together because Domination might come up. 4 energy to stop or block a non-Haos Bakugan. And then of course Domination if your Bakugan are holding the most Bakukores. This is free. So everyone, that does it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and before you leave, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming content, and if you're not subscribed to the channel already, please do so because I look forward to growing my Bakucrew and my Bakugan community. Thank you all, and remember, Bakugan Brawl!